Welcome to Storytime in the Holler, where the trees whisper, the creek gurgles, and tales come to life. Before we get started, here are a few fun and surprising facts you should know about the story you're about to hear. This isn't the Goldilocks tale you probably grew up with. It's actually the original version of the Three Bears, first written and published in the year 1837 by a famous English poet named Robert Southey. In this earliest telling, there's no little girl named Goldilocks. Instead, the house is visited by a naughty, grumpy old woman who sneaks in uninvited. She's not innocent or curious. She's rude, greedy, and even says bad words about the porridge, chairs, and beds. She gets into trouble, not just a scare. Also, the bears aren't a family called Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. They're just three different sized bears: the great huge bear, the middle-sized bear, and the little small wee bear. They live together in a tidy cottage deep in the woods, and they're actually polite, well-mannered, and trusting. Believe it or not, Southey didn't even write this as a children's story. He slipped it into a long and serious book called The Doctor, which was full of essays and odd stories. But somehow, this strange little bear tale stood out. Other writers later changed it into a softer version, swapping the old woman for a golden-haired girl. By the early 1900s, the girl had a name, Goldilocks, and the old woman version was mostly forgotten. The bears became a cartoonish family, the ending was softened, and the story became a classic bedtime tale. But what you're about to hear is the real first version of the tale, stranger, darker, and funnier than you remember. So, now that you know the history behind it, let's travel back in time to the original story, as it was told nearly 200 years ago. No Goldilocks, no Baby Bear, just three polite woodland bears and one very bad visitor who definitely picked the wrong house. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own, in a wood. One was a little small wee bear, one was a middle-sized bear, and the other was a great huge bear. They each had their own porridge bowl, chair, and bed, all sized just right for each bear. One day, the bears made porridge for breakfast, but it was too hot to eat, so they went for a walk in the forest while it cooled. While they were gone, a naughty old woman came to the house. She peeked through the window, then through the keyhole, and seeing no one home, she let herself in. Now, this was not a good old woman. She was greedy and rude. When she saw the porridge on the table, she helped herself. First, she tasted the great huge bear's bowl, too hot. Then the middle bear's, too cold. Then the little small wee bear's, just right. So she ate it all up. Next, she sat in the bear's chairs. The great huge bear's was too hard, the middle bear's was too soft, but the little small wee bear's chair was just right, so she sat down in it. But she rocked and rocked until, crack! The chair broke beneath her, and down she went. Then the old woman went upstairs. She tried the great huge bear's bed, too high at the head. Then the middle bear's, too high at the foot. Then the little small wee bear's bed, just right. So she pulled up the covers, got cozy, and fell fast asleep. Soon the three bears came home. They noticed right away. "Somebody has been at my porridge," said the great huge bear. "Somebody's been at my porridge," said the middle bear. "Somebody has eaten mine all up," said the little small wee bear. Then they looked at their chairs. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the great huge bear. "Somebody's been in mine, too," said the middle bear. "Somebody sat the bottom right out of mine," cried the little small wee bear. They went upstairs to the beds. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," growled the great huge bear. "Somebody's been in mine," said the middle bear. "Somebody is in mine, and here she is," squeaked the little small wee bear. The old woman woke up with a fright. When she saw the three bears standing around the bed, she jumped up, dashed across the room, and leapt out the window. The window had been left open because the bears, being neat and proper, always aired out their room in the morning. No one knows what happened next. Did she break her neck in the fall? Did she get lost in the woods? Was she caught by a constable and sent to jail for being a trespasser? Nobody knows. But one thing is certain. The three bears never saw her again. And now you have it. The original tale of the three bears, just as it was first told back in 1837. No Goldilocks, no fairy tale ending, just three polite woodland bears, and one very bad visitor who picked the wrong house to sneak into. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like, share, and follow for more classic tales, forgotten history, and the stories behind the stories. And until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and most of all, stay rooted in the truth.